High atop Clear Sky Mountain, the stage is set for a life-changing day. It's the 225th year of the Pioneer Era, and the town is finally hosting its 37th Hunter Awakening ceremony. Chief Instructor Lin Dong shouts for order, holding up a red crystal that determines the future of every kid in the crowd. Those who didn't make the cut trudge away, while the qualified candidates are called forward to begin their ceremony. The massive stone array on the platform ignites, glowing with a surge of raw energy. Everyone is losing their minds with excitement. 18 years of waiting finally comes down to this one moment. Dreams are all over the place, from becoming legendary weapon hunters to just hopping to find some rare ore. Wang Xiaming is already focused on the important stuff, hopping to awaken as a gourmet hunter so he can eat his way across the world. Tucked away from the noise, Lu Ziu keeps his cool, knowing exactly what kind of world he's really in. Being a transmigrator gives him a bit of an edge, since he's already familiar with this world's mechanics. In this reality, humanity is barely hanging on to 1% of the land, while monsters dominate everything else. Hunters are split into 5 main classes based on original sins, each using their specific powers to protect human territory. Then there are the 2 secret classes, greed and envy, which haven't even been released in the original game. Based on his own personality, Lu Ziu is pretty sure he's destined to be a knowledge hunter. He looks over at Lin Nianian, who's already half asleep, and figures she'll end up as an element hunter. Lu Ziu is a transmigrator attending the 37th Hunter Awakening ceremony. He spots the top-ranked student, Yi Kaiangsu, and figures her high grades mean she'll likely awaken as a knowledge hunter. A buddy suddenly jumps him, eager to share some spectacular adult magazines he just picked up. Lu Ziu isn't exactly in the mood for the distraction. Lu Ziu isn't interested in the special mags and shuts the guy down immediately. He's convinced the guy is a lock for the Phantom Beast Hunter class, which is basically the lust category. While everyone else dreams small, Lu Ziu wonders if it's possible to awaken all 5 classes at once. The instructor gives the signal, and the candidates start heading into the center of the array. They step onto the glowing patterns, crystals in hand, waiting for the energy to reveal their path. Everyone is focused, feeling the power surge as the awakening process officially begins. The crystals are meant to intensify their inner sins to trigger the awakening. But as Lu Ziu stands there, the necklace he's had since birth starts burning with a strange heat. He looks down in shock as the artifact starts reacting violently to the energy of the array. Suddenly, a ghostly pair of hands appears, reaching for a glowing treasure chest in the mist. Lu Ziu is pulled into a dark void right in front of the chest, and a sinister voice greets him. The voice belongs to a massive entity cloaked in purple flames. Introducing himself as the god of greed, the shadow offers Lu Ziu the power to fulfill all his dreams. Lu Ziu isn't easily impressed and asks if he can just refuse the offer. The deity doesn't take the rejection well, warning him that there's no turning back now. The darkness swirls around him, dragging him deeper into the spiritual realm. The shadow demands to know what it is that Lu Ziu truly desires. Lu Ziu doesn't hesitate to speak up. He wants it all: to rule as a king, have a massive harem, and achieve total immortality. He looks the god right in the eye and asks if he can actually deliver on all that. The god of greed just stares back, completely stunned by the sheer audacity of the request. The shadow snaps, calling him delusional and trying to force him into submission. That's when the yin-yang necklace flares up with a blinding light. The energy blasts outward, caught in a struggle between the darkness and the new light. The god of greed recoils in sheer terror, unable to believe a human possesses this kind of holy power. The shadow screams in agony as the light completely consumes the void. Back in the real world, the orange glow of the awakening crystal finally starts to fade. Lu Ziu blinks, his mind still racing from the encounter with the deity. He wonders if the whole thing was just a crazy hallucination. Instructor Lin Dong notices him staring off into space and asks if something went wrong. Lu Ziu quickly brushes it off, saying he just lost his train of thought for a second. Suddenly, a system notification pings in his head. Awakening successful. Congratulations on becoming a treasure hunter. Along with the title, his stats get a nice +5 boost across the board. A detailed system screen pops up, listing his new class and a set of intermediate skills ranging from archery to item crafting. Lu Ziu is floored. He's played this game for years, but he's never heard of a treasure hunter class before. He realizes this must be one of those secret classes corresponding to greed that the developers only hinted at in his past life. The system rewards him with 2 rare items, a greed treasure chest and a treasure map. The chest is a powerhouse artifact, providing him with storage space, monthly maps, and even an extra class awakening opportunity. He quickly checks the intermediate treasure map that just generated. It points to a location in breezy forest, right on the north side of the mountain. He makes a mental note to check it out as soon as he can. Instructor Lin Dong snaps him out of his thoughts, shouting that the ceremony is coming to an end and he's closing the array. Around him, other candidates are cheering as they discover their own classes, like Lin Nyanian, who's hyped about her new bound weapon. But Lu Ziu isn't done yet. He holds up his crystal and shouts for the instructor to wait. He wants to awaken a second time. The crowd goes silent, with everyone thinking the guy has finally lost his mind or just failed his first attempt. Even Lin Dong is breaking a sweat, shocked because no one in history has ever awakened twice in a single session. Lu Ziu is dead serious, though, and thanks the instructor for the extra trouble. Lin Dong prepares the array again, the glowing red lines pulsing with renewed power on the platform. Lu Ziu is enveloped in a swirl of intense purple energy as the second awakening begins. The instructor grinds his teeth, struggling to keep the massive energy of the array under control. Another ping echoes in Lu Ziu's head. Ding! Awakening successful. Congratulations on awakening as a phantom beast hunter. The blue system box confirms the new class, officially making him a dual-class hunter. Lu Ziu's face drops into pure horror. In this world, only people with some peculiar interests are known to awaken as phantom beast hunters. As the ceremony wraps up, the candidates start heading down the mountain, leaving the stone platform behind. Lu Ziu is still reeling, wondering how the hell he ended up with the lust class of all things. He regroups with his friends, Wang Xiaming and Kai Ping, to see how they did. Wang Xiaming is over the moon about becoming a gourmet hunter, dreaming of all the food he's going to gorge on to get stronger. The red-haired Kai Ping is equally hyped about being a phantom beast hunter, already planning to catch a fox pet that he hopes will evolve into something more human-like. Hearing that, Lu Ziu realizes the theory about the 7 deadly sins and hunter classes is definitely correct. If gluttony is gourmet and lust is phantom beast, then he really should have been a knowledge hunter for pride. The realization hits him like a ton of bricks. If he's a phantom beast hunter, does that mean he's the pervert? Lin Dong interrupts his internal crisis, telling everyone to head down and register with the Hunter Association for their beginner packs. The new hunters are all smiles as they head out, ready to start their journey. A system window details his new class talent, Heart of the Phantom Beast, which lets him gain a portion of his pet's attributes and abilities. Lu Ziu starts planning his next moves. Check the map, catch a pet, and head home to let his sister know he's safe. Meanwhile, Lin Dong watches him leave, reflecting on the perfect scores from the assessment. Yi Kaiangsu, the top student, walks up to the instructor looking frustrated that her trap score was only an A instead of an S. Lin Dong confirms that she got a perfect score, but then drops the bombshell that Lu Ziu did too. He explains the difference. She got a perfect score because she met all the requirements, but Lu Ziu got one because the test simply couldn't measure anything higher. Yi Kaiangsu is stunned, unable to believe that some random guy could actually be stronger than her. Unaware of the drama behind him, Lu Ziu takes a deep breath and looks toward the horizon. The journey as a dual-class hunter is just beginning. The journey leads Lu Ziu down from the peaks of Clear Sky Mountain and into the heart of the bustling town below. Inside the Hunter Association building, a long line of newly awakened hunters stretches across the ornate carpeted hall, all waiting to register their status. Lu Ziu takes his place in the queue, his mind already set on claiming the beginner's gift pack promised to every new professional. He finally reaches the front desk, where Jiang Chunyu, the stern and muscular president of the Hunter Association, looks up from a stack of paperwork to ask about his class. Lu Ziyu tells him he awakened as a phantom beast hunter, but he surprises the official by requesting the weapon hunter's gift pack instead, figuring a high-grade ore is far more useful than a common beast egg. The system confirms the contents of the pack: a chunk of cold pattern iron, a fine-grade ore with a natural chilling aura perfect for forging. Satisfied with his choice, Lu Ziyu makes his way out of the association, planning to visit the local blacksmith to put the rare material to good use. He returns home to find his adoptive older sister, Fangtang, waiting for him. Even blindfolded and in a wheelchair, her presence is commanding, bolstered by the towering, light blue-haired guardian void spirit hovering protectively behind her. Lu Ziyu gives her the news with a cheerful salute, announcing that he's officially a phantom beast hunter now. Fangtang gives a gentle, knowing smile, remarking that the class actually suits him perfectly given how much he loved animals as a little boy. Lu Ziyu chuckles, agreeing that his history of raising cats in both of his lives might have had something to do with the Heaven's decision. Fangtang tells him to go buy a cake for a proper celebration tonight, since it's his first official day as a hunter. After tidying up, a sharp click echoes through the house as a door is shut tight. Inside his room, Lu Ziyu kicks back and pulls up his holographic system interface, eager to dive into the specifics of his hidden treasure hunter skills. A quick tap activates the chest perception ability, sending out a pulse of energy to scan the surrounding area for loot. A detailed map of Clear Sky Town flickers into existence, marking a treasure route that leads straight to the nearby Qing River. He wastes no time, sprinting through the streets toward the riverbank to claim his first find. With a triumphant shout, he hauls a heavy black iron treasure chest out of the water, its metal surface glinting in the light. He knows he can't expect a top-tier rainbow chest right away, but black iron is a solid step up from the basic wooden variety. He flips the lid open to find a glowing blue skill book titled Focused Strike, a fine-grade technique designed for intermediate-level archery. Blue flames of energy swirl around him as he learns the skill on the spot, boosting his accuracy and physical damage whenever he uses a bow. The system pings with even better news. Opening the chest has triggered his treasure seeker talent, granting him a permanent 2% increase to all his attributes. Lu Ziyu is ecstatic, realizing that if he can find enough of these chests, his power will scale far beyond any normal hunter in this world. As the sun begins to set over the horizon, the rooftops of the town are bathed in a warm, golden glow. His next stop is Mr. Tai's blacksmith shop, where the old smith is busy at the forge while his daughter, Keek, plays nearby with a large stuffed rabbit. Lu Ziyu hands over the promised celebration cake to a delighted Keek, who beams and tells him he's the best. Uncle Tai looks up from his work and asks about the awakening results. He's visibly disappointed when Lu Ziyu says he's a phantom beast hunter, lamenting that he won't be able to pass on his forging skills. Lu Ziyu rubs the back of his neck sheepishly, but the old smith hasn't given up on him yet. Tai reaches under the counter and pulls out a long wooden case, telling Lu Ziyu to take a look at his awakening gift. Inside is a magnificent golden bow known as Ice Blossom, forged from rare wood and spirit deer tendons to strike with a bone-piercing chill. Lu Ziyu is stunned. A weapon of this quality is worth thousands of credits, far too expensive to be a mere beginner's gift. Tai gently explains that a hunter's first bow should come from their parents, and since Lu Ziyu's parents are no longer around, he wanted to step in and fill that gap. Shaking off the sentimental moment, the smith asks if there was any other reason for the visit today. Lu Ziyu pulls out the glowing blue cold pattern iron from his inventory, telling Uncle Tai he'd originally wanted him to forge a weapon from this. The smith examines the rare ore with an appreciative eye, nodding it's perfect for a secondary melee weapon like a saber, though he warns he'll have to charge for the labor this time. Tai tells him to go home and enjoy dinner with his sister, promising the new saber will be ready for pickup in 3 days. Keek waves her hand high in the air as Lu Ziyu leaves, shouting a happy goodbye to her big brother. Night falls over the quiet town, and Lu Ziu's thoughts drift to his family. In this world, he was adopted by Fang Tang's parents, who tragically died while searching for a cure for their daughter's condition. He looks at his sister with a determined smile, vowing to find a way to break the curse and heal her body once he grows strong enough. The morning sun rises over the lush green canopy of the surrounding forest the following day. Lu Ziu kneels to double-check his gear as Fang Tang and her guardian spirit watch on. He lets his sister know that he'll be heading out into the wilderness for about 3 days. He gives her a confident grin, telling her not to worry because he's got everything ready and he's no stranger to hunting in the wild. With his gear packed and his resolve firm, Lu Ziu waves a final goodbye to his sister as he steps out into the morning light. High above, the sky is a brilliant, clear blue, dotted with soft white clouds that signal a perfect day for a journey. Back at the gate, Lu Ziu kneels down one last time to reassure Fang Tang. He estimates the hunt will take about 3 days, while she fussily checks if he's remembered his beast-repelling incense and other supplies. He gives her a confident, charming smile, reminding her that he's an experienced hunter who knows exactly how to handle himself in the wilderness. As he strides away, Fang Tang calls after him with a soft voice, her heart heavy with the secret she's keeping but her words focused on his safety. Left behind in the quiet courtyard, a shadow of worry crosses her face, the weight of her hidden life finally beginning to show. Suddenly, a smooth, mocking voice breaks the silence, asking if she's really going to let her brother leave without a proper goodbye or the truth about where she's going. Fang Tang doesn't seem surprised, her spirit already alert as the visitor arrives far sooner than she expected. The man, Lin Dong, stands casually in the garden, his blonde hair catching the light as he stares down at the young woman in the wheelchair. Fang Tang remains cold and detached, her only concern being that her brother is far enough away not to witness what's about to happen. Lin Dong scoffs, noting how much effort she put into holding off the stubborn old fossils of their organization just so she could be present for Lu Ziu's awakening ceremony. He gestures toward a swirling purple void that has begun to tear through the air, beckoning her to enter. With a formal bow, Lin Dong addresses her as Dr. Fang Tang, welcoming her back to the mysterious erudite society as she prepares to depart the town. Meanwhile, Lu Ziu is already halfway through the main thoroughfare of the town, oblivious to the high-stakes drama unfolding at his home. An energetic shout of "Brother Lu" stops him in his tracks as a familiar blonde man with a massive travel pack waves him down from across the street. It's Wang Xiaming, and he's playfully offended that Lu Ziu didn't recognize him right away despite their history together. The two friends fall into step together, passing a lavishly decorated carriage as they catch up on the latest gossip. Wang Xiaming nudges him with a grin, asking if there's anything romantic going on between him and the famous Yi Kaiangsu. Lu Ziu can only sigh and admit it's a distant wish. Lu Ziu's expression turns serious as he thinks about the promise he made. He needs to hit level 40 as fast as possible to stand on equal footing with a genius like her. Wang Xiaming waves as he prepares to board his transport, shouting that he'll write once he reaches South Sky Port and wishing Lu Ziu luck on his hunt. As the carriage rattles off into the distance, Lu Ziu is left alone to focus on the immediate task at hand. He makes his way into the bustling Hunter Association Hall, where the air is thick with the chatter of professionals and rookies alike. Before he can even reach the board, a friendly red-haired hunter stops him to ask if he's looking for a party. Lu Ziu politely declines, claiming he's already spoken for. Deep down, he knows he's better off alone. As a treasure hunter, he can't risk anyone else seeing the hidden chests he's destined to find. Now, it's time to see what work is waiting for him. Lu Ziu scans the bounty board at the association. He's looking for something easy, and a rhino quest catches his eye. It's a rock-horned rhino. The reward is solid 1,000 coins and a rare-grade skill. Conveniently, his treasure map points right near the orchard where the rhino is hiding. Perfect timing. He heads into breezy forest. It's a nice enough place if you ignore the monsters hiding in the brush. Colorful butterflies flutter everywhere. He notes they're phantom-winged butterflies that change color based on the elements. But he's not alone. Something is watching him from the rocks. A level 6 cyan wolf lunges from the bushes. It's fast, but he's already ready for it. He slides right under the beast, narrowly avoiding its bite. He reaches for an arrow. Ambushing him was a big mistake. He pulls back his bow, aiming straight for the wolf's head. Eat this. Focus shot. The arrow connects with a flash of blue energy. He doesn't stop there, riddling the wolf with more arrows to make sure it stays down. Taking down a higher level mob pays off. He hits level 2 and gets a nice stat boost. He loots the corpse for a venom fang. Treasure Hunter really is an amazing class for efficiency. Suddenly, his map starts pinging. He's entered a 1,000-meter radius of buried treasure. The map leads him to a dark, ominous cave. It looks like a typical boss lair. He knows there's likely a guardian inside, so he sets a bear trap near the entrance. He lures whatever's inside out. Time to see what's in the cave. A massive black-hide boar roars as it charges out of the darkness. It charges straight into the trap. That's definitely going to slow it down. Lu Ziu walks up, completely unbothered. He's even joking about turning the little piggy into a souvenir. One quick stab and it's over. More EXP for the bank. With the guardian gone, he heads deep into the cavern. And there it is, a glowing platinum treasure chest sitting right in the middle of the room. He cracks it open. The loot is insane, permanent attribute boosts plus some high-tier items. First up is an epic-grade skill scroll, Beast King's Avatar. He doesn't waste a second and learns it on the spot. The skill is a massive buff, letting him fuse with his pet to gain its stats for 10 minutes. Next, he turns his attention to a mysterious dark crystal he found in the chest. It's a Shadow King egg. An elite King tier specimen is incredibly rare. He's stoked. Finding one of these this early is basically a cheat code. He uses a drop of blood to form a contract with the egg. The system confirms the bond. He's now the owner of the legendary Shadow King. A swirl of dark energy manifests in the palm of his hand as the beast emerges. Its stats are through the roof. It's got high agility and even higher spirit. It looks like a little blob of darkness, but he knows its shadow fusion ability is no joke. Time for a quick test drive. He commands it to use Shadow Ray. The little guy gathers dark energy into a swirling orb. A massive beam of darkness blasts out, obliterating a rock outside the cave. Lu Ziu is satisfied. With a legendary pet and 2 classes, his journey is just getting started.